This is the second time we've done an intro. We're here to talk about a bunch of different stuff. Like, really, did I need that business ethic class? Then you are going to be replaced by either machine, artificial intelligence. You're going to be replaced by an entrepreneur who's going to come and take your job.
I am good.
All right. Well, then, we're rolling now, actually.
We are rolling. Double check, triple check.
All right, boys. Episode 1, Season 1, first ever episode of The Rift. And this is the first episode, but it's not the first time we've done an intro. This is the second time we've done an intro because the first time, our IT man over there, Parker, who just currently moved in, guys. He's literally right here in the room behind us. Just currently moved in, graduated from college. Unfortunately, college degree has not blessed him with skills to learn IT because we didn't click start recording on the audio.
In my defense, I definitely clicked it. It was a computer error.
And I told him, I told him two things. I told him, make sure your mic is unmuted. And I said, make sure to start recording. It's all you had to do. Simple job. Both of them failed miserably.
I'm going to have to blame the computer on that one. I definitely clicked it, but it is what it is.
Okay. Well, no, we're all good now. We got it going. I got my Topo Chico. Parker, I don't think. Wait, do you just drink normal water?
I'm drinking water over here, ice water.
I don't know if I trust it. But like I said, he just graduated. We've wanted to start this podcast for a long time now. I've wanted to start it for probably a couple years. So one of the first podcasts and one of my first ways that I started getting on my self-improvement journey was watching Joe Rogan. Okay, Joe Rogan was a big aspiration for me and something that I really wanted to kind of dive into. And he kind of got me motivated and to push into things. And obviously he has a podcast and it's one of the biggest in the world. And I've just always I've admired the podcast style and how it's just so real. And I brought it up to Parker a few years ago, or probably a year ago or so. We just kind of spitballed and thought about doing it Zoom and everything, but now we got him here, moved in, have a kind of sort of a platform, but want to grow it out. We want to just give you guys our opinions on things. And it is obviously, as you can see, it's called The Rift. It's kind of going to be a spinoff of The Regiment, that business that I started a couple years ago, and self-improvement business. And this podcast is still going to be talking about self-improvement and those things. But being The Rift, we're going to break down that self-improvement. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into it instead of those short form videos where you get them here and there. We're going to dive deep into different topics and ensure that you guys get the most information that you can. And that's what we're here to do. And like I said, we're just going to kind of shoot the shit every once in a while. Parker's here. Should be good. What do you think?
I'm excited, honestly. I think I think you have a lot of knowledge to share. And I have some stuff. I think you might have a little bit more.
Why are you discrediting yourself, dude?
I'm not discrediting myself. I just think you have a little bit more knowledge in some areas. But especially in the health, wealth area.
Health, wealth?
Yeah,
you got relationships down, though?
I'm working on the relationships. I think I got that down a little bit more than the health and wealth aspect right now.
Yeah. Well, so like I said, it's all self-improvement, right? So basically, as human beings, I think health, wealth, relationships, those three pillars you need to have intact and in play in order to not achieve happiness, because I don't think happiness can fully be achieved, but to strive towards happiness, right? That pursuit of happiness, I think, involves those three pillars. Try to equal them out, because if you get health too high, I think you fall off. If you get wealth too high, you probably won't really be happy. And if you get your relationships and that's all you care about, you probably won't be happy as well. So equaling those pillars is going to be important. But we're here to talk about a bunch of different stuff, whatever it is. And as it comes up, the different episodes are going to be different topics. Just going to have to stay tuned for it. So if you're excited for it, guys, go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to. I just want to ask now, kind of get this started. But Parker's here. Just graduated from college. Like I said, he was an IT guy in college. That is what his degree was for. I was a business guy, so I guess they would kind of be similar, maybe. I mean, were you in a business school? Where's IT?
No, IT was a separate program. It's really just all my classes were just straight IT classes. Didn't really have many basics. So, yeah, I mean, I really didn't learn much except for just straight IT.
Okay. So, was there a reason why you chose IT?
Personally, I've just always been more of a computer guy. I've always been into computers and now looking back, I probably could have done something else that would benefit me more because I don't really plan on using my IT degree anymore. So I probably anything in finance or business probably would have put me better off just for, personal experience later on.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, you say you're not using it. I mean, I think for what we're doing now, I think IT is probably more beneficial than my degree. I mean, like I said, I did business management degree, and I do with my businesses that I run. Like some things are beneficial, specifically business ethics. That's something that like I learned a ton in, that I think helped me in just grasping what is the ethics behind business. But overall, man, college degrees, like really did I need that business ethic class to create the things that I've done already? Or I think other people, right? I think there's so many even older generations that graduated from college or didn't graduate from college and still have insane businesses. And I think it's becoming more and more obsolete now that so many people are being able to graduate. And heck, with ChatGPT, dude, you don't even need a college degree. Like like you just ask artificial intelligence and the thing pops right up. All these questions. Not only that, heck, the kids in college who get their degree are using ChatGPT and artificial intelligence to get those answers, right?
Yeah, I'm really happy that came out closer to when I was about to graduate because I really don't think I would have learned much if I had that throughout my whole college experience. Because I had the last semester, and I can promise you, ChatGPT did a lot more work than I did this semester.
Yeah. No, and heck, I mean, I guess I could relate that to my real estate. So every 2 years you have to do I'm a sales agent, right? Real estate sales. You don't need a college degree for that, but you have to take a test, right? Well, every 2 years you have to update your test because new contracts come out, new different laws come out. So they just want to make sure that you're refreshed. So every 2 years you have to do another test. Well, this one I've been taking kind of the courses for it. Parker told me about his ChatGPT and how the last semester of college was a breeze. I'm like, well, heck, what if I did this artificial intelligence with the real estate? Sure enough, first test comes up, dude, just ripped it. Absolutely, like aced it, 100 with the ChatGPT. Didn't even have to read a single piece of like worksheet. And I think these kids are doing the same thing nowadays. And I say these kids, I mean, heck, we just graduated, right? We were doing it, so they are. The kids are doing it, right?
Yeah, no, rhetorically speaking, you could plug in your entire exam question and answer choices, and of course, rhetorically speaking, it would give you all the answers.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
Yeah, no, obviously I wouldn't have done that.
No,
but
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
obviously.
But everyone else could, right? And so it's like, man, these degrees, dude. And not only that, heck, even if you're like, think about this. If you're getting a college degree, and say you're going in for a doctor, right? We all need doctors. Like if you get your arm cut off, well, people got to know how to sew that thing back, right? Get it together. Or say even open heart surgery, right? If you want to be a surgeon for open heart surgery, and that's what your thing is, like you would think, okay, you need someone experienced with that. Like you need someone to go to college and learn how to do that. And you can't artificial intelligence that, like any of the tests and everything, because it's literally like they have to physically work on the heart. Well, think about this. What if a robot could do open heart surgery? And a robot and artificial intelligence has done millions of previous surgeries with open heart surgeries, right? Because that's what artificial intelligence is. It's constantly learning, constantly building. And basically what you can do with that is now have a human or you have the machine versus the human, and the machine has done millions of open heart surgery and the human has done 100. Who are you going to want operating on your heart? Right? So now you go 8 years in college and you're a kid who thinks that you're going to get out and get all this money for being an open heart surgeon. But now artificial intelligence comes and it takes your job like that. And it's like, we're going to college for what? Like we're spending all this money for what? Like a doctor isn't cheap, dude. You spend some money. You see, like, I mean, for real. And they're wasting their time, dude. That's why I think being an entrepreneur and building your own business is the new wave. It's what people need to do. And I talk about it on my main channel. That's why I started my business, because it's my passion. I want to help people grow and build not only their health, but their wealth and relationships as well. And through that, entrepreneurship, I think, is the path to freedom. I think that is the best way to go, because if you're not doing that, then you are going to be replaced by either machine, artificial intelligence. You're going to be replaced by an entrepreneur who's going to come and take your job. Right. And that's just cold, hard truth. I mean, I know the first episode, but I'm getting deep into it, dude. I'm just passionate about that kind of stuff because I don't want people to waste their life. It's 8 years to get an open heart surgery, whatever surgeon is, right? It's 8 years in school, probably how much money? Like, what's the cheapest? Maybe $250,000.
Yeah, not cheap.
Right? It's not cheap. And it's just wasted. Like, think of a business. If you just started a business, like $250,000 could go so far.
I think also in the future, the AI taking jobs is obviously probably a big worry people should have. But I think in like right now in upcoming years, I think using AI to your advantage is more the move to just
as an
benefit
entrepreneur
yourself and to work. But definitely in the future, taking jobs could definitely be something that AI could contribute to for sure.
100%, dude. And as an entrepreneur, you can use AI, like literally be a freelancer and go edit videos. Heck, this podcast, Parker's the editor, but I'm sure he's going to use AI to edit it, right? He's going to use it. And I mean, artificial intelligence can literally cut up the pauses that I'm having in my voice. And then he doesn't have to do anything. It just AI does it for him. And he's using that and I'm paying him to do that. And now he goes about his day and he actually gets to contribute and he's not getting replaced by AI, but instead using it to his advantage to grow and build. So I don't know. I got strong opinions about that, but and that's the thing is honestly in the future, I think AI, like I'm definitely not against AI. I think I'm a strong proponent for AI, but when it comes to money and making money as a human being, I think using AI is going to help you make more money, help the economy grow. And I think countries who don't have access to internet, don't have access to AI are going to be left in the dust. So honestly, it's probably a good thing for the US to have artificial intelligence because their GDP is going to go up. But when it comes down to it, man, I'm just a proponent for AI for sure. But I'll say, speaking on the US and growing their GDP, I think the U.S. just recently raised the debt ceiling, right?
Yeah, I might have heard that, but just for the viewers who don't know what that means, you might go into a little bit more depth on what that means.
Yeah. Those viewers.
I mean, I obviously
viewers
know.
That don't know what the debt ceiling is. So basically, the U.S. spends money, right? The U.S. spends money on roads. They build the government, right? The government gives out healthcare, does these certain things on a federal level. Okay, so the federal government being Congress, being the whole entire branch of government, right? It takes money from taxpayers and then it uses that money to then distribute out to other people who are in need, right? People who maybe are not quite financially stable as others, right? So you have healthcare, you have things that are needed in society, like the fire trucks, policemen, the Ukraine war. Right, they're arming Ukraine or people in Ukraine with missiles and all those sort of things, and it's good, right? You need defense, but I think there comes a point when spending is too much, and just like the money that you have in your pocket, the money that you have in your bank account is all you have. If you run out of that money, you then have to go into debt. And debt being a credit card, and what debt is a promise to pay back someone else the money that you're taking and you're using now. And you pay back that something else. But if I gave you $1 and you gave me $2, then you would probably, if I give you back $1, why would you do that? It wouldn't make any sense. You want to make money, right? So instead, you're going to say, hey, Jake, if you want $2, what I'm going to want you to do is give me $1 now. I'll give you your $2, and then you can then take those $2, then give me back $1.50 in the future. So guess what? Now you made $2.50, or you made 50 cents from that transaction, right? And I have my $2 extra. So basically what I'm doing is I'm in debt 50 cents, right? And so what that is now when you take that money and you don't get paid back, now you get mad. Well, that's what other countries are doing now. And I think China just came out and started calling the debt, started getting mad at these other countries who haven't been paying. Right? These other countries are defaulting on their debt. Well, the U.S. is about to default on their debt, right? And if that happens, other countries are going to get mad. And then people won't trust the U.S. anymore. Now you have a global financial crisis because the U.S. is the superpower of the world. And if you have that, I mean, it's Armageddon, honestly. If global superpower of the world falls down and crumbles under financial stress, it won't be good. So basically what happened is the U.S. said, hey, we have these spending limits, and this is what the U.S. Congress, they said, this is our ceiling. We won't spend above this. And now their debt has become so high because the debt is rising trillions and trillions of dollars. I mean, literally a day. Like it is like 30 something trillion. I think probably 40 trillion now. Day by day, it's constantly increasing. And the U.S. is like, hey, we can't pay our debt. So what we're going to do is we're just going to raise our debt ceiling. Like that limit that we said that we weren't going to raise, we're just going to raise a little bit more now, and then we'll pay our debt.
I mean, what's a few more trillion at this point, right?
Yeah, just a few. And that's a whole thing in itself. But I know they did just raise the debt ceiling, which is good because now we don't have Armageddon. But we're just going to kick the can down the road a little bit more. We'll just continue to kick it. So that's basically how the debt ceiling, if the viewers that didn't know about that, it's a little bit about it. But this whole world and everything is just, I mean, there's just so much to it. That's why we started this podcast, guys, because I want to share the information that I have, that I've gathered with you guys, because I do think it's important. And I think some of the stuff that we talk about on this podcast is going to be needed to be, I want it to be voiced. And even if I'm talking to, a few people, I'm good with it, because I think ignorance is one of the worst things that you can have. They say ignorance is bliss, right? But with ignorance, you have uneducated, and uneducated people make informed decisions, and informed decisions cause catastrophes. They cause hardship. And I think making educated decisions and being able to critically think, use your brain to go out and make decisions that'll better your life, I think inevitably is good for everyone. So that's why we started this podcast, guys. Hopefully, if you enjoyed it, you'll leave a like, leave us a comment. What do you think of it? Like I said, this is the first episode, so it's going to be good. I'm excited. We're going to come out with episodes every Friday and Monday and Friday, right? Monday and Friday, and then I'm posting on my main channel every Wednesday. So we're going to have Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos coming out for you guys. If you did like it, like I said, go ahead and give us a comment down below. Share it with someone. We're here to help you guys be the best version of yourself, and that's going to do it for us. So also subscribe. Thank you guys. Talk to you later. Peace.